Sister Steffi, are you with us, Sister Steffi?
Yes, Dr. Umar, I'm here.
Peace and love. I'm glad to have you back, Queen. And let me just say, I loved you the other night when we talked about the male-female relationships piece. You stood your ground. You were strict with it, but you was real with it, and I appreciate that. So I can't wait to hear your comments on this, because if I'm not mistaken, you would be a chocolate sister. Am I correct?
That's right.
Okay,
yes,
and where you based that again, Sister Steffi?
I'm in Boston with Sister 𝚂𝚤𝙺.
You're in Boston. How I want you to represent for the chocolate sisters tonight. You're only the third one to speak, and I really, because people are on Facebook and they're on fan base saying we need a chocolate sister to really put this thing down, and the others obviously did a good job. We need you to give us what we're not hearing on this. What are dark-skinned sisters going through with the brothers, with the sisters, with the Black community? Is it really that bad for you guys? Has it gotten better? When you look over your life, has it gotten worse now? Tell me about the trials and tribulations of dark-skinned sisters in the United States.
Well, first, like many commenters have already talked about, it definitely begins at home. And let me just tell you quickly about my first instance of colorism was when, I'm going to go back to my age a little bit. So back when cross colors came out, I'm not sure if anybody knows.
I remember.
Like those, the clothing company.
Yes, I remember.
Kid and Play used to wear those clothes, and I was young, and so I wanted to emulate that. So I was, a preteen, and I was finally able to go shopping and pick out my own clothes. And that's what I wanted, because that's what everybody was wearing. It was popular on TV. And my mother shut me down so fast. She said, if you don't put those Puerto Rican colors back, you're not going to walk around wearing those kinds of colors. And I thought, I didn't even know what Puerto Rican colors were. I was like, what is a Puerto Rican color? So she was like, no, you're going to get something that's a little more subdued, that's going to look a little bit better on your skin. And that was my first, basically, foray into colorism, noticing that, okay, I'm darker and these colors are not appropriate for my skin color. And now fast forward, just like another commenter I mentioned, I had also went to school. I went to school in the suburbs. So although I lived in Boston, I went to school in the suburbs. I don't know Sister 𝚂𝚤𝙺, but she may be familiar with the METCO program that bused the inner city kids out to the suburbs. So
Yeah, I went to.
Oh, you okay? Perfect. So again, I didn't experience any problems with the fellow Black children, and I was just Black because I was amongst all the white kids. Although I was darker skinned, it didn't really affect me. And then growing up in the dating world, I'm going to say about 95% of the men that I've dated, including my husband, have all been fair to light-skinned men.
So are you a light-skinned supremacist, Sister Steffi?
Apparently, subconsciously, I may have to, take a hard inner look in. I just may be, Dr. Umar I've got to be honest. But one thing about that is that these men that have, approached me throughout my lifetime have made it very clear that they only prefer dark-skinned women.
So your experience has been a little different, because in your experience, whereas most sisters get overlooked by Black men for lighter skinned women, the men you've dated have actually preferred chocolate sisters.
At 1,000%. And my husband right now, he's fair skinned, and he will make a comment even amongst his family that he prefers his meat well done. And I'm like, will you stop saying that?
Wow.
So,
But let me ask you this though, Steffi. Separate from your dating, what is the everyday life like for a Black woman? Do y'all get treated differently by other Black sisters? tell me about what are some of the ordinary things y'all got to put up with that a light skin or brown skin sister would never have to think about?
Well, I'm not too sure, Dr. Umar. I haven't really had any of those problems. Most of my friends are, all colors of the spectrum.
Okay. I got you.
I think there were maybe some instances like, going out to nightclub where the lighter skinned woman may have gotten maybe a little bit more attention. But again, I have a high level of confidence. So I've never felt intimidated by anyone, and I've never been a hater, so to speak. You know what I mean? I've always kind of stayed in my own lane, and I know that what's for me is for me. So like I said, I've gotten so much attention from fair-skinned men that I've never felt deprived of anything.
Got you. Thanks for that comment, brother Steph. Excuse me. Thanks for that comment, Goddess Steffi. Well said, Queen. Well said. Thank you so much, gorgeous.